Welcome back to Do It with Dean. Um, as you probably saw in my last video, I've been trying to diagnose and fix a problem that has to do with an intermittent throttle. It was kind of weird on my 2000 Carryall, or this would apply to a DS or anything else. The models that have an original MCOR, the MCOR 1 is no longer available. So the much more improved version of that potentiometer is the MCOR 4, which is a lot smaller. This happens to be the non-Chinese version. This is the made in Mexico factory club car MCOR 4. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert my cart from the factory MCOR 1, the original MCOR, to the MCOR 4. And the reason I'm doing that is I had kind of a strange issue going on. The cart operates fine. It goes forwards, backwards. It operates fine. The problem is when you go and start to go at full throttle, it'll go full throttle for a little bit, 30, 40 seconds, and then it'll cut out and it'll just barely have any throttle. You let it rest for a second, you know, 15 seconds or so, and it'll start going full speed again. And this would repeat itself. So I took pins 2 and 3 off the controller, as you saw in a previous video, and I tested the ohms from the MCOR. And what I found was it's out of tolerance. It was at 7.6 or something like that at resting, and it's supposed to be with from 5,000 to 0. A little further testing, I noticed that the throttle was not engaging at all until about halfway down. Then at halfway down, it's very sporadic. Looking at the ohms meter, it'll go, 6, 5, 4, and then it goes blank for a second in the sweep. And then at full throttle, it would only go down to 1.9 ohms. Uh, that doesn't altogether mean that it's bad. However, when you hold it down and kind of wiggle the pedal at full throttle, it would jump all the way up to 26 ohm, 26,000, 10,000. So the only thing I figure that I can figure is happening is, and I don't know this because it's not mentioned in any of Curtis's literature, but I think what's happening is it's overloading the controller. It's sensing that there's too many ohms, and it's shutting down the controller. Um, so in effort to solve that problem, I'm going to change the MCOR. I think I've ruled everything else out. So I'm going to change the MCOR. And like I said, to do that, the MCOR 1 is no longer available unless you get a cheap Chinese knockoff version on Amazon. And those are available for about 30 bucks. Get on up into the club car version of this. This is about $100 MCOR. This conversion kit runs you around $200, but it's going to come with the the plugs that will hook into my MCOR 1 harness. And this is a club car factory part as well. This is going to connect to my MCOR 1 harness, the original harness. And this comes with the housing that this sits in and adapts it to the MCOR 4. It's also going to come, because the main difference is not only the size is different, but the splines are different. This has a D-shaped shaft. The other one looks like a spline, a sprocket shaft. So we're going to get all this changed out and see if we can solve the problem with the MCOR. I'm almost positive this is going to fix my problem. We're going to do this together and we'll see. I'm almost out of options. Don't know exactly what else it could be other than this. And after checking the resistance of the one that's on there, I'm pretty certain that even if it's not the entire problem, it is a problem because there's a blank spot in it, doesn't engage till halfway, and it's sporadic all the way through. So I'm going to get under the cart. We're going to remove the other one and put this one in place and see what we can come up with. Um, so let me get started on that. I'll be right back with you. I'll try to get y'all the best view I can get under here. First thing that's going to happen is there's two, looks like uh, quarter inch bolts right here. Let me see if those are quarter or not. We're going to get this old MCOR out of here. It's kind of hard to get you under here, so do the best we can. Well, they're not quarter inch. They're going to be about 5/16, looks like. Let me see here. See if they're going to be 5/16 or not. They are. Let's see if I can get a 5/16 in here. All right. That one out. Gonna have to get a 5/16 socket there. That one out. I know you can't see this right now. I'm just going to take these two 5/16 nuts or screws out. That ought to get this loose. And if you can see this rod coming out right here, it's basically just a little fork. And this is the fork coming out. I'm going to get that out of here, and the MCOR just drops down. Now, I'm going to unplug this MCOR here. There we go. I previously came in here and put some dielectric grease in there. This is a factory MCOR 1, probably one of the last known in existence still in service. I'm surprised it lasts this long, but it's been in here all this time and it's time to go. So I've got the rod loose, the plug's undone. Now let me get the new one plugged in. Now this fits in here into this adapter plate pretty self-explanatory there. Just like this, it's going to go together. And I'm going to take, and I'm going to go ahead and mount this to the adapter plate. I'm going to mount the MCOR to the adapter plate with these smaller screws that come included. I'm going to put this piece together. That's a T15. It just goes on here. There's two slots that it goes in, so you can't put it in there backwards. And this factory harness is going to plug into those two I just took off. Let me get this on here real quick. Don't strip those plastic screws. Okay, so this is now one piece. The MCOR 4. I'm going to plug this in just the way it came off. Get those in there until they click. Make sure that's in there all the way. Okay. That one's in. This one's in. Okay. Got the adapter plugged in. Now there's two pins that are going to fit in two of those holes. Just like that. Okay. I can't do that yet. I got to put my spring assembly on. This is going to go in here like this with the fork to the top. So I've just got that MCOR box sitting there for now. And I need to put my spring into place. It goes like this. The fork goes to the top. Like this. Fork's going to go to the top like this. And that spring catches on this piece right here. You can see that. There it goes. Spring catches on there like that. Now, if I can get you under here with me. I apologize for the shaky camera here. Okay. The fork goes upside down. So I'm going to take this back off. I'm going to stick this through the hole with my spring on there. Now, I'm going to hook the top of that accelerator rod and I'm going to stick it on there. And if you can see right here, that spring's going to line up with that bolt hole right there. Okay. And on this side, that fork goes up above the, there's a guide rod there that shaft fits over, and then those forks go over the actual accelerator pedal. So now I've got this shaft in place. The shaft is in place, it's on there, and this has to line up with this D-ring here. So I'm gonna jimmy this around and get it where it goes. Okay, so I took it loose from the fork. I took it loose a little bit. And pushed it back through to get it on there correctly. Now, my spring assembly seems to be right. I've got both of those nipples in there. Okay. Looks like it's lined up pretty good. Now I'm going to take these bigger bolts with the T27, I think. Here's one of them. Oh, it's hard to film under here doing all this stuff. Yep, T27. Start these and I'll get them in there. Seems to be pretty simple. We'll see. I don't see any way to adjust the backlash or anything for the accelerator, so I'm kind of thinking there's going to be some more steps involved there. But it lines up pretty good. So basically, you got to replace the rod because the old MCOR takes a spline shaft, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And this takes a D. It has a D-shaped spline. I don't know if they did that because the old ones would develop some play in that spline. Not exactly sure why they changed it, but because of that, you have to change. That's why you have to have this whole kit and the adapter for it. You can read the reviews on those cheaper kits. You can buy this whole kit for like $50 on Amazon, but I was unable to find a review that says they lasted longer than, a few months or weeks. And some of those, that's in there. This is on the shaft. This is seated. The spring's in place. It's plugged in. While I'm down here, let me show you the difference in the splines. In this one, it has there's splines on it that go into the old MCOR. This one doesn't have any wear in it, but I'm not real sure why they changed it, but that fits down inside of here like that. There's no wear in this one either. Still got plenty of spring in the old one. I'm sure the wiper in there is just wore out where it makes contact, but this obsolete now. This one doesn't have a spring assembly on it, so I don't know if they changed that as well. But that's all there is to it, installing the MCOR to MCOR 4 conversion. Let me tidy this stuff up and see if this is going to resolve some issues. Back on the cart, everything's working like it should. Got full throttle again. Doesn't seem to be cutting out anymore. The throttle response is much better. Before when I was at full throttle, it would cut out. About 23 miles an hour with this Cloud Energy battery. 22 miles an hour. It's a stock controller, stock motor on the Carryall with Cloud Energy, 48-volt battery. Going uphill. So I definitely think that the other one was being out of spec matters. Even though it was still getting a range from 7,000 to like 2,000, which made me question whether or not it was bad. uh, but apparently it matters. So that's the MCOR to MCOR 4 conversion. The sweep on this pedal is much better. It actuates much quicker than it should be. Really enjoying this conversion. If you haven't seen that, I have another video where I converted the lever style to this forward reverse contactor rocker switch system. Much better. But I think that's going to do it. Not much, not much to that MCOR to MCOR 4 conversion. If you have any questions, drop me a comment or something. I'll try to respond to it. That's an easy conversion, and I feel much better having an OEM club car part on there. I think it works much better. A lot of people have a lot of stories about those cheap Amazon ones. This kit that I just put on here is available from Revolution Golf Cars. It's $187 plus shipping, and it is the motor controller output regulator 4 conversion kit. So thanks for watching. I'm Dean. This is Do It with Dean.